Hey guys, gonna play a D&D game. I'll show you the intro. Duke Hector Barrick is forced to retreat to his castle. The goblins mass for their final assault. Our ways will pass from this earth by nightfall. He almost looks like Aragorn. Let the bards praise our courage. Rah! Goblin Wars. Fortify defenses. Before the goblins attack, the earth begins to tremble. Rah! Ah! Brr! Ah! The sky rips open, the goblins and humans are torn asunder. The castle has been transported to a valley with impossible high cliffs. A red sun flares, circled by floating continents. The horizon appears at the bottom of the basin. I personally don't like using default party, so we'll have to make our own. However, this process is gonna take a while. I'll just explain when I'm done. I think I'm as good as I can possibly get. I spent several hours on doing this. So, I have a cleric, a fighter, an elf, and a mage. For the cleric, the strength, let me see if I can. So, for the cleric, the strength, I have it pretty high. Well, each stat, basically, I made the dex and con probably the more important stats, because the game will seriously punish you when those stats are low. So, I'll just see how they're fairly high. I had the cons, like almost everyone's cons is basically 17 or 18. That's because that affects your HP, your ability to take hits. The dex is pretty important because that's your ability to hit something as well as not being able to get hit. So, and you need that pretty high up. 16's actually decent, but yeah. So wisdom is the spell list for the cleric, and intelligence is the spell list for the mage, and 16's actually decent enough for a mage. And it's not entirely important because I'm probably just gonna have her wield a certain item in the game for the rest of the game. Seldom use spells, that's about it. The fighter, I'm gonna have her wield a certain item which makes her strength go up, so it's not gonna really matter. But I'm gonna probably have her up front, which is why the order here is not really important, because you can change the formations later. I just mostly went by what was the best stats I found for that role, and I was just like, you know what, that's a good stat for this class, so I just went with it. I just went to the direction of the dice in this order, but so yeah, let's get this started. There we go. Oh, I should turn that up. You want to hear that awesome music. There is a new enemy here. Our people need allies to survive, but the guards must defend our castle. You have been chosen to explore our new home. The gods have given us a second chance. Serve me well and bring us allies. And here's the top-down version. It's gonna be half of the game. The other half will be dungeon exploring. So you can go in here to talk to... I forgot what their name is. It is good to see our wise Duke has assigned this important task to such brave adventurers. Please bring me any artifacts you find so that I may study them and learn more about this strange new world. I will pay you well for anything that can help me in my studies. Hopefully what I learn will benefit you as well. I forgot, but it's a wizard in that tower. Talks to you sort of like in addition to what the Duke wants you to do. Your main mission is what the Duke is, but the wizard kind of gives you little guides. Anyway, so there's a small dungeon in here. I don't know. Oh, I forgot. So, let's see. There's... change roster. So, I want the fighter up front and the elf in the back. Reason for that is because the elf can take hits, and there's going to be plenty of times where we're going to have enemies in the back of us, and that mage is much more fragile than glass, so we're going to have the elf in the back, because if anybody hits us in the back, the mage will just die. The elf will cover the rear. I could put the cleric in the back, but the cleric's kind of important to just have somewhere in the middle so that it basically a wider range. In the front is the fighter, because the fighter can hit and take hits, and fighter can have like the best armor in the game. Also, the mage can't use armor, so there's that too. Okay. So I gotta remember. Okay, it's just gonna do all A's for now. There's your combat. Dungeon combat's more active. There's no turns. I have really good stats, so I hit pretty well. Oh, I forgot to mention, the elf can detect hidden doors. So, this is the other half of the game. This is the other mechanics. Is first person, was it like, I think it's like cell navigation? Because it's not quite 3D, but it's 3D-like. Like it gives the illusion of 3D effects or something. I don't think... Oh, there is one back here. Huh. Oh, let me check in here. Because I could have sworn... there's a door or something. Oh, there we go. Gauntlets of Ogre Part. That's what we're looking for. There's a monster in the city's done. There's more than one. I just hit them all. No, there is a... Praise the marker that we have been spared. Maker. Ah, here we go. Nice small spot. Staff of healing, that's very important. Potions. Yeah, we just took all this stuff from the back of the monastery. I think there's a dungeon back here. Yep, there is. Converted to a crypt. There it is. You feel the eyes of wizard Casolari, who still haunts his resonating place. Oh, he's... Oh. What was that? Chainmail. Nice. You might find some interesting little things. Oh. That's it. Just a few things, but hey, that's less money to spend, so... You should have a dungeon back here. Yes. There's a hole in that one. Also, good to check for secret doors. There we go. Because the elf is supposed to detect doors, but it's not a guaranteed detection. It's a roll the dice. There are dinosaurs in the swamps. So, when he rolls too low, he doesn't detect anything. It doesn't get notified. But if he detects something, well, there's a notification that'll tell you that he detected a door. There's another little dungeon somewhere around here. Oh, maybe it's right there. There we go. A cellar. There we go. +1 axe. We might have to... Nope, we are going to check your cellar. Oh, laboratory. So, there's potions. Oh, no, there's a wand of lightning. That's right. Very useful. There's a scroll. Which, that's the cool thing about mages, is they can learn the scrolls. Down here is your weapons and armory, and among other things. I'll probably get everybody at least a sling. There we go. So, everybody can wield the sling. Everyone can. So you might as well. Because the game rewards those who spend a lot of time doing ranged attacks. Especially against dragons. Yeah, always good for... Can you get it? No. So much for that. At least they tell you whether they can use it or not. The Duke is a kind and patient man. Okay. I think we're good to go. So, we shall set forth. So we gotta change the music. Also, every now and then, just spam the B button. B button is your... You see the slings and the swords and stuff? Well, your sword will be the A button, and the sling will be the B button. So, and your ranged attacks will always attack first. Because within range, I guess. So, just spam B every now and then. There you go. So now I got to hit first. Unfortunately, he can't really hit. Cool. That's how you win. Some battles, it gets more complicated than that, but for the most part, that's all you gotta do. You see how the rocks went way over them? That has something to do with dex. If your dex is low, you'd be seeing that a lot more often. And even more often than my bad luck right now. Against a boar. Oh, there we go. We got a hit. Are you gonna come closer? Oh, and you are hitting the mage. No. So I'm gonna strike you down. There we go. See, my mage is already stressed out. So my mage is incredibly injured. Well, this guy... I see some of your party have been injured. I will heal them for you. Yep, just like that. And now the mage is fine. Also, anyone else that got hurt, they're fine too. I think I'll probably level everybody up a little bit before I progress. Probably level them up to maybe 3. So when I get to level 3, I'll come back. Everybody appears to be pretty good. Level 3, level 3, level 3. Well, he's still level 1. But elves take very long to level. So, but he's gonna level up soon. And I haven't introduced them all. Well, this one's Xena, a warrior princess. This one's J-Lo. This one's Storm, because that looks like Storm, okay? No doubt. Oh, whoops. And that's Bowie. And that's why I call that one a he, even though the icon's a she. Well, because they're all she's, really. But, you know, that doesn't really matter in this game too much. So, this is my ideal spot for grinding levels. Because you're right by a cliff. And... crap. Okay, so this is where I would grind levels. That's a pretty good spot. You got these 2 walls, so it limits the spawn rate to a certain area. Let me take care of these guys. There we go. That's the wand of lightning, folks. Wow, I'm being constantly interrupted. So as you see, both times, or every time the enemy shows up, it's always down here, which is pretty good, because if they're all over the place, it gets a little crazy. But also, if you don't like grinding levels in this view, you can go back here, and there's a dungeon back here, and you can constantly fight flying snakes, there's frogs, there's beetles, and I just mash B at them. They're so easy. You just pummel them with rocks. There he is. And yeah, there's more. Yeah, they're coming. There we go. Just pummel them with rocks. Oh yeah, and you can shoot distance. See if anything's nearby. And you can actually hurt something. Yeah, here's the frogs. They're kinda ugly, aren't they? Yeah. And my fighter's about to die. So we're just gonna go. The fighter's freaking out. This is also a really good spot to, you can rest here. Oh, I guess I can't rest here right now. Someone's interrupting. Interlopers. Try to heal. There, should be okay. Should be able to head back. It's not much healing.